Welcome to Training Tuesday offered by the Chief Procurement Office for General Services. We're so glad all of you are with us here this morning. We're going to go over our Training Tuesday agenda for today. We've got our updates and reminders. We're going to go over technology at our fingertips, additional training opportunities, and then end things with our Tuesday takeaway. CPO Notice 2026.01 was issued yesterday and was effective immediately. You can find that new CPO notice on our website. A reminder for today is how to access our training center. After landing on the CPO GS website, scroll down until you find the training center. Click on the icon or text to enter the training center. Once in the training center, you can access Training Tuesdays, Bid by System training, and Procurement training. In Training Tuesdays, you'll find information on how to join us live on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. and you'll be able to review past recordings. Bid by for State of Illinois users contains on-demand bid by system training. Procurement training for State of Illinois employees is where you are able to register for the instructor-led courses and review our on-demand procurement training offerings. Let's discuss some technology at our fingertips. Today we will walk through some tips and use some pre-recorded segments. We will get started with Word. When you are reviewing a Word document, the comments and track changes are very helpful. You can access these tools from the Review menu. Once you've selected Review, this portion of the menu will allow you to create a new comment, quickly toggle between comments, and select how you are seeing comments. My preference is contextual, so that I can see what they are referencing in the document. Track Changes allows you to edit the text and formatting of the document in a manner that allows collaboration so that all reviewing parties are aware of the changes being made. When you are working with your SPO, please make sure to have all markup selected so that you are seeing the proposed track changes. If you have this set to no markup, you will be unable to see the comments and edits until you reselect all markup. Please also note that by selecting no markup, this does not mean that you have created a clean version. A clean version is one that can be published, meaning that it has no remaining track changes or comments when all markup is selected. Further, please note that the RFP template has purple lettering where the agency is to enter information. If the agency does not have anything to input into a section, you will still need to remove the purple text and potentially the entire section.
If there is a section in the RFP that you would like to remove, for instance, let's say that we need to take out A.4, we would simply highlight this section and then select delete on our keyboard. This will renumber the A.5, which was term, to now A.4 since we had deleted the template A.4. There may be a section in the RFP where you want to continuing the numbering that's already in place. So let's take a look at B.1 overview and background. If we wanted to make a B.1.1, the easiest way to do this is to delete the current information involved and then backspace over so we can restart our formatting. Then enter B.1.1. and then hit your tab button on your keyboard. It will automatically start your automatic numbering. So I can type in what I need to type in here and then hit the enter button, and it's automatically going to give me my B.1.2, and again keep with that formatting of the numbering. If you are copying and pasting information into the RFP template from another document, it may cause the formatting to have an error. If so, the best way to correct your formatting is to select the numbers and then right-click on that data set. You'll then have the option to adjust the list indents, continue numbering, and set the numbering value. These will help you get your formatting back to how they are in the RFP template.
If your SPO inputs a question into a comment during their review, please assure to address that question with a reply to the comment. You have the ability to reply in the same comment thread. If your SPO suggests a track change, but you don't agree, please use the comment to explain why you don't want to accept the track change in lieu of rejecting the track change without explanation. Overall, if your SPO has taken time to input comments and track changes during review, please assure that you have addressed all of them and not deleted or rejected unless it has been addressed with the SPO. Please remember that by selecting no markup, that does not mean that you have created a final or clean version. A clean version that can be published is one that has no remaining track changes or comments when all markup is selected. Please reference the bid by number in the email title. This allows for anyone looking for emails associated with that procurement to have greater ability to find all emails associated with the procurement. Additionally, I suggest continuing with the same email thread instead of starting new emails. It will help to keep a timeline of the procurement and assure that any party reviewing the string has all background information in one string. This can help when you are working on several different procurements. This can also be very helpful when you pull all the communications for the procurement file. Please recall that the procurement code requires agencies to keep a procurement file. Per CPO Notice 2018.03, procurements where an agency documents its procurements in BidBuy. The procurement file will be the electronic data stored in BidBuy. Therefore, you will need to include your emails as they pertain to a procurement in BidBuy. Luckily, there's an easy way to do this in your inbox. Here's how.
As part of the procurement file, we have to include our communications. One of the easiest ways to do this is to go into your email, select the different emails that you need to include in that file, right-click, and then hit Convert to a PDF. You can do this one at a time, or if you have several, you can select all of those and then again select Convert to Adobe PDF. If later on you find additional emails and you need to add it to a PDF that you already have, you can select Append to Adobe PDF.
Another tool that we frequently use is Adobe. This is often the case when we receive the vendor side contract. So let's say that we are scrolling through that contract after it's been returned from the vendor, and then oops, we notice here that the signature page isn't in the right spot and they included it upside down. So though this is a bit frustrating, this is an easy fix. You can either click on the All Tools option here and select Organize Pages. And if you don't have that option or you can't find it, you can always select in the search bar and type in Organize Pages, and that will take you directly to that section. So here we are on the landing page for organizing the pages, and you can see here that now we can just click on this little roundabout option and orient that page, and then we can just drag and drop this to the place that it needs to be in the contract template. Okay, so now we've got that all organized. Now we can go ahead and go back to the contract here. Now let's say we're working on the redacted version of the contract. So again, let's scroll down to where we placed that here in the proper place in the contract. In here, we'll see that vendor signature. Again, we are working on the redacted version. We've already saved this vendor signed version in a specific place, and now we have created another copy of that so that we can create the redacted version. We can either select over here from All Tools, the redacted PDF, or as stated before, if you can't find that, you can always click on that search bar and enter in redact, and it will take you directly to that place. Okay, so now I'm going to select redact, and then I'll just make sure to select redact text and images. So I'll just hover over that area and select the entire area that needs to be redacted, and then I will click on apply. This is going to let us know that this is taking effect to sanitize and remove the hidden information. We do want to apply these redactions, so we'll click continue. And now, as you can see, we can no longer see any bit of the signature. Another great tool to utilize is Teams. I frequently utilize screen share in Teams. This allows me to share my screen with a person or group that I am talking with. Sometimes that call we're on wasn't planned WebEx type of meeting, but in the midst of talking, sharing screens would be helpful. You can stay on the phone with the person you are talking with and open up a team chat with that person, and then click on the three dots in the right-hand corner, select screen share, and in that window. It is the icon with the arrow pointing up. Please note that these Teams interactions are all still considered communications, and you should identify any that need to be included in the procurement file. In Teams, you also have the ability to share documents, and this allows the person to immediately see changes each party is making in the document for real-time collaboration. This works well for documents you are working on together. If you upload a file to a chat for a person to look at and you want them to have access to make edits, make sure to change the view ability. You will need to make sure to change the view to edit and select apply prior to actually sending the file. You can get to the menu by selecting the down-facing arrow where it says people with this link can view, and it will bring up the menu selection so you can adjust from can view to can edit. Couple of quick navigation tips. If you select Control plus F on your keyboard, this will allow you to quickly search for data in a document or website. You can search for any search term in the box that pops up. Though, when in your email, please note that hitting Control plus F will open the message you selected to be forwarded. If you are in your inbox and need to search, you should be sure to use the search function within the email client. When in your browser, you select Control Tab, this will allow you to quickly shift between different tabs in your internet browser. Please make sure to visit the CPOGS Training Center for more training opportunities. Our Bid by System on Demand trainings are available 24/7 at the Training Center, and per CPO Notice 2025.04, the Diversity and Inclusion in Procurement training must be completed prior to gaining access to Bid By. The CPOGS Procurement Training Academy offers 6 courses that are approved by UPPCC for contact hours. Registration is required. Now let's take a look at this week's Explore More. Jubilee College State Park is a sprawling 3,500-acre park known for its extensive network of multi-use trails through rolling woodlands and open fields in Brimfield, Illinois. Primarily a recreation area, it's popular for hiking, mountain biking, and horseback riding, offering over 40 miles of trails. The park also provides camping facilities, picnicking areas, and opportunities for fishing in Jubilee Creek. It's named after Jubilee College, an Episcopal seminary founded in 1839 by Bishop Philander Chase, whose restored chapel and original buildings stand as historic reminders within the park. If you have any questions, please send those over to cpogs.training@illinois.gov email account.